In the heart of Gaza, 3 Israeli women, Emily Damari, Doron Steinbrecher, and Romi Gonen, found themselves in a situation neither they nor their families had ever anticipated. Taken hostage during the height of escalating tensions, the 3 women were held by Hamas for weeks. Despite the gravity of the political situation surrounding them, their treatment by their captors was notably humane. The women were kept in a secure yet relatively comfortable environment within Gaza. Their room was modest but clean, with basic necessities provided. Mats and blankets were laid out for them, and the space was well lit, offering a sense of safety amidst uncertainty. Emily, Doron, and Romi often stayed together, leaning on each other for emotional support, sharing stories and maintaining a semblance of normalcy. Hamas guards brought them meals 3 times a day. The food, though simple, was fresh and sufficient: rice, lentils, bread, and occasionally vegetables. On some days, they were even offered tea or coffee, small gestures that made their ordeal a little more bearable. The captors ensured they had access to drinking water and personal hygiene items, including soap and sanitary supplies. The women were never subjected to physical harm or verbal abuse. On the contrary, their captors showed a surprising degree of respect, often addressing them politely and refraining from any intimidating behavior. At times, female members of Hamas were assigned to check on them, ensuring their needs were met. Emily, who spoke a bit of Arabic, sometimes conversed briefly with the guards, which helped ease the tension. Despite being in captivity, the women were allowed moments of reprieve. They were permitted to step outside for short periods under supervision, where they could breathe fresh air and feel the warmth of the sun. During these moments, Romi often gazed at the trees, finding solace in nature, while Doron used the time to reflect quietly. Emily, ever the optimist, tried to lift their spirits by initiating small games or exercises they could do in their room. The women understood that their fate was tied to broader political negotiations, and though the uncertainty weighed heavily on them, they held on to hope. They occasionally overheard news from their guards about ongoing discussions between Hamas and Israeli mediators. This glimmer of hope kept them resilient, even in their darkest hours. As the weeks passed, a bond began to form, not of friendship, but of mutual recognition between the women and some of their captors. The guards, while maintaining their duty, showed moments of humanity. One evening, a female guard brought Emily a small scarf after noticing she was cold. Another time, a male guard left a small packet of sweets for them, saying it was for the sisters. When the day of their release finally came, the women were overwhelmed with emotion. Though their captivity was an ordeal, they were grateful that they had been treated with dignity. As they were escorted to the exchange point, they carried with them a profound sense of relief and gratitude for their survival. The experience, though harrowing, had shown them the complexities of humanity, even in the midst of conflict.